Dutch wax fabrics commonly used in traditional African clothing. He was nominated for the Turner Prize in 2004 and in 2010 became the fourth artist to display his work on Trafalgar Square's vacant Fourth Plinth. Now, Norval Foundation has made a permanent attainment of his monumental winged sculpture a first for the African continent, and Portia Malatjie, adjunct curator at Norval Foundation, joins us now via Skype. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, take us through this has made a permanent acquisition of Shonibare's work. Take us through that.
Yes, hi. Indeed, this is a permanent acquisition that will be displayed in our sculpture garden at the Norval Foundation. And like you said, it's one of the first in the continent to be acquired on the continent, so we're quite excited about that.
Now, you held a private viewing in Cape Town. What has the response been?
Well, our private view is upcoming, actually, in February, in mid-February, and there will be essentially an inauguration of the wind sculpture, as well as an exhibition of some of Shonibare's photographs, and a very exciting African library, and some sculptural work as well. I'm only speaking in anticipation, but I have a feeling that it will be very well received.
And Yinka's installation on Nelson's ship in a bottle was shown at the Fourth Plinth in Trafalgar Square. Could you say that was a career milestone for him, and what makes it so special?
I think it was a career milestone because to be exhibited in one of those plinths was quite a prominent thing to have achieved. But I think a milestone for him as well, because in that particular work, he's critiquing colonialism to a degree. He's critiquing sort of European, I don't want to say obsession with the voyage across, the new lands. And yet this was exhibited in Britain, in London, sort of like one of the heights of like the British empires. So, he's very comical in his approach to his art making. So this was very tongue-in-cheek, if you will, like critiquing these people who are bestowing this prominent thing upon him.
And how do you feel about the increased interest in African art today? Are we at a place where we're supposed to be?
It's a very contentious one because I do think there is quite a lot of interest in African art. But, one has to be very careful in terms of what the interest is and how the interest is being sort of utilized in the international arena. Are people really interested in the art, or are people creating some kind of commodity? And having said that doesn't mean that we're not producing incredibly amazing art that's on par with international art market. However, we really have to be careful in terms of how the international art market is actually perceiving art, African art. I'm not sure if that makes sense.
Well, it makes perfect sense. Well, and Yinka's studio has a project space for young artists called Guest Projects. Is some of their work up on display there as well?
At the Norval Foundation?
Yeah.
No, this will just be Yinka's solo exhibition. The project space in London is ultimately his way, I suppose, of giving back and making available his resources to sort of upcoming artists, and the art that's sort of produced there would get exhibited there. But some of the works that will be on show would have been produced at Yinka's sort of studio.
And how long will the exhibition be running for, and what should we expect to see?
The exhibition is up until the end of August this year, so it's up for quite a while. So please make sure to go down to the Norval Foundation. And it will feature the sculpture garden, which is outside, which is not necessarily part of the exhibition, but is in communication with it. And the exhibition features photographic prints and two incredible sculptures, And like I said, the African Library, which is a sort of homage to immigrants and migrants who have contributed to sort of revolutionary activities within the continent. And what sort of puts it's sort of a thread that goes throughout most of these works is, like you said at the beginning, this use of Dutch batik cloth and its problematics.
All right, Portia, thank you so much and all the best, eh?
Thank you so much.
All right. This exhibition brings together a series of Yinka Shonibare's most important work, including sculptures, photographs, and a major installation created between 2008 and 2018, all connected by the golden thread of Dutch wax fabric. All right.